All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Welcome to our Thursday morning Inner Circle Live session. I'm your host, Ryan Carthage. We'll be joined shortly by my awesome partner, Mr. Benny Allen. Hope everybody is doing well this morning. So we're going to dive in. We got some news coming up in about 30 minutes. So we're going to dive in, take a look at some charts, and we'll see the reaction to the news as it comes. So without further ado, please turn off all distractions, grab a pen and paper for notes, and let's make sure that we participate and engage. All right, so let's hop over to trading economics. See what they have to say. Here we go. Boom. So, BOE. Bank of England is expected to raise bank rates by 25 basis points to 4.5% in May, making it the 12th straight consecutive rate increase, pushing borrowing costs the highest to fresh highs not seen since 2008 as it continues to battle double-digit inflation. The annual inflation rate in the UK is 10.1%, which is 5 times higher than the central bank's target. Also, investors will closely be watching for any signs indicating whether the policy makers intend to raise rates further or pause the tightening cycle. It's interesting that they're looking to see that, seeing as inflation still continues to be so high. Finally, BOE, they'll publish their quarterly economic projections. Most investors anticipate an upward revision to GDP and inflation in 2023. So what they're saying is they're expecting the UK to say their inflation could be higher than originally anticipated by the end of the year. So we shall see how that goes. That rate statement comes in at 7 o'clock. That's really the only thing. You got markets kind of sideways a little bit. Over to the calendar. And this is where we sit, right? And for these conversations to occur, Bailey comes on at 7:30 as we're hopping off. And then we got core PPI and PPI data and unemployment claims for the United States. All right. So the next couple of hours going to be interesting. Okay. Going to be interesting. So, so we'll see, right? We'll have some volatility in the market and we'll see where it pushes. So that's really it from a fundamental perspective. Are there any questions, or did you guys come across anything overnight that caught your eye that you want to chat about? Sorry, no. All right, JC, good to see you. All right, let's see. Cool deal. Let's take a look at the DXY really quickly. And we're pushing back to the upside, right? Pushed down yesterday to the bottom of that range. And now we're pushing back to the upside. So we're trapped in the range for a bit longer, right? We'll see how the dollar continues to progress throughout the day today, and see how things move. All right, so we're pressing along here, pressing along there. Okay, that is the DXY. Nothing much there. I want to take a quick look at this pound NZD. Looked at it at the end of the session last night. Coming back to the daily time frame. All right, daily strong push to the downside. We broke this previous daily support level here. Okay, looking to see if we get a little bit further push to the downside right, to get us into our zone, and then looking for the reversal. Coming down to the 4, right? If we get one more push down, that will put us that'll put us right at our 618 retracement. I mean, that's 1618 extension level, right? So that de-extension on the 4-hour would be complete if we push down into this zone. Okay. Moving through. Oops. That's the 4 coming to the 1, right? That push down, get to the 4-hour, the extension is the 118, 127 zone here on the 1. All right. So love to see a little push down and then see if we get the flip. So that's what I'm looking at there. I just realized I put this order in incorrectly. So I got to remove that. And I'll reset it. But I'm going to place a limit order there, looking for price to push to the upside. Okay. Any questions on this pound NZD? Nope. All right, cool deal. So that's what we're looking for there. We'll pop back in and check on it. Pound Swissy. On the 1, it's still hovering, right? We didn't push into that 118, 127 zone. We're just pressing sideways, right? So we could see that one just go ahead and run to the upside. Trapped in the middle there. All right, so that is. Let's see what we're talking about here. Oh, this was a different move. Yeah, we're looking for a retracement on this one. A retracement to then get long. Didn't get the retracement to occur. We'll see what happens as we move through the morning. This is what we're looking like on the daily, right? Haven't gotten to a 382, but we've been kind of trapped in this range here, right? And we're trying to make our way ultimately back to the top of this range, it looks like. So we'll see. We'll see how things move, but literally just been pressing sideways. So not much doing here on the pound Swissy. Okay. Not much doing on the pound Swissy. Take these out. Didn't occur. So we'll continue to watch there. Let's look at this Aussie NZD real quick. So daily time frame on the Aussie NZD. Pressing down 8.6 retracement level, right? Off of this fib coming off the low. Just shy of the weekly support at 105, 862. And as we move down through the time frames, right, we come to the 4 and we see that we could be forming a little bit of a double bottom here, right? Price broke the B boundary. We'll see if it settles in and starts to push to the upside and gives us that true double bottom look, right? Like I said, we do have that support there, which we could push to. We have already had a 50% retracement here, right? So what we could be in for is a move to the upside here. If that double bottom forms, right? So as we move down through the time frames, here on the 1, right, we got an 80-20 scenario with the D extension just inside of that weekly support level. So it's a question of, do we get price to turn over and press now, right? Or does price push down to the D extension and hit that support level and then reverse? So we do have an 80-20 scenario set up here, right? If this meets your rules, that's the setup there. Just saw that one this morning, just before the session, so I didn't get a chance to get it posted yet. But that's the 80-20 there on the 1 hour on the Aussie New Zealand. Any questions here? Nope. All right, cool deal. All right, so let's go through the rest of the pounds and just get an update on where they are ahead of this data. Starting with the pound Aussie. All right, we know we're retesting this was resistance level, now support level, right? And we've just been pressing sideways just like the rest of the pounds. Come down here to the 4, right? 382 push on the 4 hour. Now it's more of a triple bottom scenario, 1, 2, 3. And we're trying to get long. So we'll see as the news transpires what occurs here, right? But we're looking for price to push down to this level and then push back to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for on this one. And we're just range bound currently. Coming down to the 1, right? And take that out. This is where we are. 618 retracement, daily support, trying to figure it out and push to the upside, right? So if you didn't take it off the level and you want to wait for additional confirmation, right? You can wait for price to break this level here. See support, support, resistance, resistance. Okay, so you can wait for that level, price to push above that level and retest as an additional form of confirmation. Something like that, right? For entry opportunity to the upside, right? But we got a 618 retracement. Risk to reward scenario is intact, but we shall see what happens with this rate statement. And boom. That's the scenario there. C to D move to the upside. Okay, so that's the pound Aussie. Whoops, I did that backwards. Any questions here on the pound Aussie? No? All right. All right. Could take its time, but it's a beautiful scenario here. It's 286 pips. The upside is 716. All right. So we'll see how that moves. Let's keep rocking. Pound CAD. Ooh, broke below. We got a 382 push here on the daily, right? Pushing to the upside. Looks like we're trying to break below this this weekly level. We'll see what happens here. Got another level of resistance, previous resistance here. So in that range, we're coming down to the 4, right? Continue to press down. Continue to press down, right? That level looking like it might not hold. Might not hold. We'll see how that candle finishes. We didn't get that original bounce there that we're anticipating. Coming down to the 1, right? Here's our 118, 127 zone. Boom. Right? Shallow retracement, 118, 127 zone. We're just hovering. Right? Pressing down ahead of that news. Okay. This actually should be there. Boom. All right. So we'll see what happens. See if we get a flip on this one and push back above that level, right? But that's the 80-20 scenario that we're watching here on the cloud. We didn't get the break above the cloud. Continue to press sideways through it and still bearish. Okay. So still watching that one from a 1 hour perspective, right? Look and see if we get a push to the upside. Okay. So that's the pound CAD 80-20 scenario, still intact. We'll see what happens as the news comes out there. Moving through to the pound yen. Benny touched on this one yesterday. From a daily time frame perspective, right, we're long. 618 retracement, strong moves to the upside. We came back and retested that daily level. Like we're coming back down again, potentially for maybe a double bottom if that level holds. And then we'll get another push to the upside. All right. So pulling back here, we'll see if we get another push. Okay. Down on the 4. All right. You see that retest cleanly there. We'll see if a low starts to form here and we get that turnover and push. Okay. So we'll watch that closely as a response to the news. Down on the 1. 80-20 scenario played out beautifully. Boom. All right. Played out beautifully. So now we sit and we're watching this level. See if it holds for another push to the upside. Okay. So that's what we're waiting on. That support level there. Okay. So that's the pound yen. Then the pound dollar. All right. Just wanted to take a quick look at these to see what was happening on them ahead of the news. Right. Weekly, we got to 382. We're pushing long, pulling back currently. Right. Down to the daily. See that level there. We did get to this. We just missed this 382, I think. Yeah. Just missed that 382. Push to the upside. So we could be pulling back ahead of the news, right? Getting ready to continue to push to the upside. We'll see what Governor Bailey has to say about it. All right. So that's the daily coming down to the 4. We know we got the 80-20 scenario here, right? Price pushing to the downside. We'll see if it continues or if we get the flip and the push back up. Okay. We saw the DXY pushing to the upside, right? So that gives some a boost to the dollar. So it's why you're seeing this press to the downside, but the news could change that depending on how the BOE comes out. Okay. So that's the 4 hour there coming down to the 1, right? There we go. That's where we are in the 1. All right. Trying to turn over. We'll see. We'll see. That's the pound dollar. Any questions on any of those pound pairs? Anybody have anything different on their charts? No. All right, cool deal. Benny, good morning, bro.
Ryan, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good, man. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, man. Almost the weekend.
Almost there. So big news today. Let's see what happens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're waiting on. Did you see anything from a fundamental perspective overnight that piqued your interest outside of the rate statement stuff?
No, sir. Just waiting on that rate statement and PPI numbers to come out.
Yeah. All right, cool deal. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Before I go any further, do you guys have any pairs that you're watching that you want to take a look at before I move forward? All right, Euro USD still trapped in the range. Coming to the bottom of it, but still trapped in the range, right? That's the daily 618 retracement, push to the upside. Trying to break that daily support level, right? We'll see if that transpires. Coming down to your 4, right? You're at the bottom of the range. just like the DXY, right? Just like the DXY. So we'll see what happens here as we get to that bottom. Could we flip, push to the upside, right, and stay stuck in the range? So we shall see there, okay? But overall, been bullish on this, right? 4-hour D extension is at the 118 level at 111 through 12. Okay, so watching that closer to see what happens, but still in the range nonetheless. Boom. All right, so we'll see at that 50% retracement level where things go. That's the Euro USD. What are you seeing on that, Carolyn? What are you looking for? What criteria are you looking for to buy it? All right. Looked at the odds unity, swing low, break and retest. Okay, cool deal. Cool deal. Keep your eyes peeled and we'll see what happens. See what happens. Take a look at this Euro CAD. Get that back to the daily. Boom. All right. So shallow retracement, 118, 127 zone, double top pressing down. Right. Strong move to the downside. We got daily support coming in at 145, 760. We want to see what happens here. Right. Want to see what happens here. Looking to see if we get a retracement first before we get this continuation to the downside. We'll see if we get it, right? Would love to get it, but we'll see. So coming down through the time frames to the 4, right? Here we got our 80-20 scenario. We're pressing back down into that 118, 127 zone, right? With that daily support coming there. Okay, so that's our 80-20 setup on the 4, right? Could push down to that daily support level, right? You could see a push like that. And then if that daily level holds, then that'll give us our bounce. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for on this Euro CAD. Pressing down right now, right? We could stay in this range for a bit. We'll see what happens there. Coming down to the 1. On the 1, we did push to the 382, right? On that pullback, and then we're coming down. So we'll see if we get a double bottom here at this B boundary, right? That'll be another piece for us if this B boundary level holds as support also. So that's something else to watch and see if we stay above and then push. So keep your eyes on that one as well. Looking for that reversal to come at some point. Questions on the Euro CAD? Nope. Okay. Talked about the Swiss yen last night, right? Starting to try to push down. Okay, trying to push down. We got daily support at 149, 115, right? Closed below this monthly level at 151, 680. Okay, the previous all-time high zone. So we'll see what happens here. I would love for this to come back to this 153, 994 level, which is the D extension on the daily. All right, boom. I'd love to see that happen to clear the D extension, give us another high price, right? And then potentially an opportunity to get short in a retracement fashion, but we'll see. We may not get that. Coming down to the 4, right? there's an 80-20 scenario on the 4. Okay, so we'll see if we get the support to hold and give us that bounce. All right. So waiting patiently there, see if we get a high price. Coming down to the 4. I'm sorry, coming down to the 1. All right. We got a 618 retracement coming back to that 618 level. This could be a potential C to D move here. All right. Depending on where price settles in and gives us a swing low. So this is another one to watch from a 1 hour perspective to see if it stays inside that A boundary and gives us a push to the upside. Okay. See if we stay inside this zone and get that push. All right. So that's another one I'm watching closely, got my eyes on and waiting patiently. Questions on the Swiss yen?
No, sir.
All right. So we got 3 minutes before that statement comes out. I want to watch and see how the market responds to it. So we'll continue going through to see if there's anything else setting up there. Aussie Swiss still ranging. All right. Daily time frame just shy of this daily resistance level, right? Just pressing sideways here on the 4. Nice deep retracement here on the 4, 618 level, right? And you see just the press sideways. Just to press sideways. On our 1, this is the look. We got an 80-20, but we haven't been able to press out of it yet. So that one is still range bound, waiting for a catalyst there. Maybe the PPI data could push in one direction or the other. Not much for the Swissy. Yeah, that may be the only thing if we press more into a risk off type scenario. VIXI is really low, right? 16.47. That's where it closed yesterday. We'll see where it opens today, but pretty low on the VIX. So not a ton of fear or concern in the market at the moment. I will see if that changes at any point. But that's the Aussie Swiss, just pressing sideways there. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It'd be interesting if they go 50. That would be interesting.
It would.
Let's see. I like this spot that they have. One of the articles, Benny, I was reading that investors are looking to see if they pause. Well, maybe at 25. Right?
Pause after the 25 or pause instead of 25?
After looking at the statement in the press conference, they're looking to see if they pause. But I don't see anything that would warrant that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be. It's been an interesting ride, especially this year.
This is very true. This is the pound Aussie on the 1, pushing to the upside there. That pound New Zealand. Whoops, no, that's the pound Aussie. Did that pound New Zealand push into that zone? Probably not. Nope, didn't fully push down, but we're starting to turn over. Looking to get us a swing low on the 4 there. That's it on the 1. All right, so that rate statement will be interesting, right? And see if we kind of sort of get range bound until that press conference. But trying to push to the upside here on the pound New Zealand. So bullish response, which was expected. All right. We'll see what the rate statement has to say. That level's holding on this pound yen. Right. Level's holding on the pound yen. Trying to break the cloud on the 15. That could be an interesting move to the upside there. Looked at the pound Aussie. Pound CAD getting that turnover now. Right? Push back above that level. Then that pound dollar. Did it turn? Yeah, turned a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what they have to say during that press conference. Okay. Still ranging there on the CAD yen. I'd love to see one more push down here. Get into the 618 zone. May not get it. Selfish reasons, I know. But I'd love to see a push down there to get to that lower level. And then fully turn over and push to the upside. Let's take a look at, we get people all the time asking about Dow Jones and all of that. So here's US 30, right? Last week we talked about it. Somebody asked a question about it. And this is what we showed them on the session. Price was up high here, looking for price to come back down out of the 80-20 zone. And we did that. Came down to that 382 level. Right? And then we got a nice pullback here. So we could potentially be in for a crown formation here on this on the US 30. More downward movement potentially coming for those US 30 traders, right? Long move to the downside already, right? See if we get another one. See if we can push down to 618, 786, 86 retracement zones, right? Trying to turn over already, pressing down. This was a 4-hour level, that got broken, so we'll take that out, right? We did form this level of resistance here on the 4. Boom, right? So range bound a bit, but we could be in for price this US 30 to press further to the downside. All right. So there you go, US 30 traders. Coming down to the 1. I believe this fib. Yeah. That was a fresh AB boundary on that move to the downside. And so we'll come in here. Yep, just completely range bound there. We hit the D extension, pulled back, and we're pressing sideways. So no active fib there, but that's where we sit. Not sure what meter you're looking at, Carolyn, but we saw the dollar pushing to the upside, right? We saw the dollar pushing to the upside. on the DXY. So, right, that leads to, in theory, dollar strength in the short term at least, right? So dollar pushing to the upside, euro pulling back, right? Which we recognize that as well. So that would make sense that it shows that, because the euros are in a retracement phase, right? Up retracement zones, and the dollar stuck in this range, but pressing to the upside from the bottom of the range. So that would make sense, right? So that's how I see that. That's how I see that. Okay.
BOE went 25 basis points, Ryan.
Yep, 125. There's your 15 there. Are you running fibs on this? What are you looking at, Carolyn? Looking for the buy, right? You said you're looking for a swing low and a trend line break. Fib on the 15, you got a 50% retracement. What rules are you looking for to be met on this Euro USD? Are you looking for a C to D move? Or are you looking for a fresh AB boundary? You're looking for 80-20, or just support and resistance? Gotcha. This is already giving you a nice pullback there, so that wouldn't be a B2C move on the 15. Right now, right now, let's break this down, right? Move the cloud. Okay, you got your fresh AB boundary here. You've already gotten a retracement here, right? It gave you a 50% retracement. So right now, this is your deepest point in between the AB boundary. Okay, so if you're looking for a B2C move, this is your B2C move here. Okay, your 382 has already been hit on that capital fib. So now price is pushing to the downside, matching the extension is here at 108,698. Okay, so that's your capital fib running there. So in this scenario, one of two things personally I'd be looking for, right? Price to push to the D extension and reset, or price to give me a higher price, right? And come back to this weekly level. And then I'd be looking to see what price does at that level, right? Wouldn't necessarily be looking to trade that, because I've already gotten a 50% retracement here. So if I'm looking to trade a B to C, that's already occurred right now anyway, right? And so if that gives a deeper push in between that AB boundary, then that'll be different. But I wouldn't be looking to trade this, because it's not a set of rules for myself that's consistent, right? So this wouldn't be considered necessarily a B to C move, right, on the 15. Okay, so if we come back to the 1, right, come back to the 1, your B to C move has already occurred, right? You got a 50% retracement here. Okay, push down, boom. Now, if you're running your fib off the high here, we can see that one finished out to the downside. So maybe you get a fresh AB boundary here, right? But you're still waiting on that to form, if that's going to occur at the bottom of that range, right? And that just be taking the range play there. So right now, again, your B2C move has already occurred on these time frames, right? Coming here to the 4, right? Your B2C move is here. That already happened. Deepest point in between the AB boundary, right? Now, if you get another push to the downside here off this triple top, then that'd be a different scenario, right? So I want to make sure that you have specifics in your rules, right? That allow you that you can follow consistently, right? But your B2C move has already occurred here. Okay. B2C move has already happened. Coming to your daily, your B2C move has already occurred. Right. And now we're in this up push zone. Maybe we get another retracement here, but ultimately we're in this up push zone working our way to the matching D extension. Okay. So as you're looking at your rules, working to really hone in on your entry technique, right? You want to be specific about what those are. Okay. And make sure that as you're looking at your fib, you identify where that C is, which is the deepest point in between the AB boundary. And if that's already occurred, right, then you move on to the next and see where your rules are met, right? And if you're only trading Euro USD, you just wait on a new cycle, right? So here, you'd be waiting on a new cycle. When I say new cycle, meaning either the D extension gets hit, you get a deeper push in between the AB boundary, or the A gets taken out, right? And now you're running fibs to the upside. So that's how I see this. This 382 has already been achieved on all the levels, right? So I'd be looking for a new fib when it forms, right? And if I'm only trading Euro USD, that's beautiful. I'm just sitting and waiting, right? Just sitting and waiting for that new cycle to occur. Does that make sense? So that's why I continue to ask you what specific rules do you have that you're looking for an entry on, so that you can be clear on what you're looking for. Okay. All right. Cool deal. Hopefully that made sense to everybody else too. All right, let's see. Euro GBP. Still pressing down. Broke below that level. We haven't gotten a retest of that weekly level yet that we broke through, right? Pressing down to the downside in favor of that pound. Coming to the 4. All right, we're in that 118, 127 zone. We'll see if we get a retracement, right? That was that larger fib, got taken out. So that's our move there. Shallow retracement, 118, 127. We'll see what happens here, right? We could just continue to fall and get to that D extension on the 4. So we'll watch that closer to see as well. Coming to the 1, right? This 80-20 scenario. No, this wasn't an 80-20 scenario on the previous fib. That one didn't play out. Pushed down, new AB boundary, right? And we're just range bound at this 1 hour, 118, 127 zone. We'll see, right? This one could continue to fall and get to the D extensions and give us another reset before we get a pullback. So watch those closely as well. Moving in favor of the pound right now. Okay, so that's the euro pound. Then we'll take a look at this dollar CAD, see the progress on it. All right, this was our setup out of the Discord. Still range bound, but trying to break out to the upside. All right, got a nice little push here. We'll see if we can continue making those higher highs and higher lows. Getting to that 382 there. Okay. So we're on the move on the dollar CAD. Okay. Sweet. That's all I've got this morning, good people. That is all I've got. You guys have any other pairs that you have your eyes on you want to take a look at before we wrap it up?
Only gold. I was trading it yesterday. I missed the news, but when I looked at EU, NU, AU, GU, they all went the same direction as gold yesterday. I was like, wow, that was crazy.
Oh, let's see. Let's come back. Let's take these out. And let's go to the daily. Let's see. All right, so daily support there. Go back to the weekly. Catch this weekly level. Let's see. That was a previous weekly resistance. We'll take that out. Top, bottom. All right. So we got our levels in there. Back to the daily. Let's come back to the low. That wouldn't be it. All right, let's run some fibs off the low here. Just want to see where these go. I believe I know, but let's see. Yep. All right, so price came down, right? So this is our third touch of this weekly and monthly levels here, right? 1, 2, 3. Create a swing high, pulling back a little bit, right? There's our fresh AB boundary on the daily time frame. Okay. Pulling back, creating a little bit of a flag pattern here. Right. So we'll see what happens on the lower time frames. Coming to the 4. Running fibs off the low. So here on the 4, we're trapped a bit, right? Got a 618 retracement. Got to break above this $2,000 level in order to get to the D extension. Been pretty tough. So we'll see what happens, right? But we'll have to break above 2,000, 2,077, right? But C to D move there on the 4, coming down to the 1. Those got taken out. Let's see. We'll run a new set off the low here. Whoops. Come back. Super choppy in there on the lower time frames, right? So there we go. That one also got taken out. So now we flip coming from the top to the bottom. There's your fib there. That's your active fib on the 1.
Yeah.
Coming top down. That's what you have?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you looking short or long on this?
I'm looking short. Since the yesterday's candle took out the A for to go to the upside. So my trick, the part that I'm kind of like, so on the daily it created it took out it had on the daily we got a D extension hit, and we're waiting for that second candle to have the swing high. So on the lower time frames it's just a little tricky because we have the swing high, we come down the 4-hour, and we got a swing Got a swing high. Yeah.
Yep. You got your swing high there. Strong bearish candle here. 236 retracement. So what I'd be interested to see is, are we able to break this B boundary level and push into this 118 and 127 zone? But if we
Right.
break that level, I don't know that we come back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it either be we continue to stay below this level here and come deeper, right? Or we break above and continue riding. This level has been a tough one to get through. So if it breaks it, I don't know that it comes. If it breaks it in a strong bullish fashion, I don't know that it comes back.
What's your 1 hour look like again? Because I don't have any fibs on the 1 hour. The one fib that I have, the one fib I have is inactive and it's pushing sideways, but it's pushing sideways up.
Yeah.
And you're correcting it, right? So this is the fib that I ran off the high here, right?
Yeah,
that
that's the same.
Hit, but your D extension got achieved. You had a swing low form.
We do it manually.
Right. So that's why I drew this one manually. That makes sense, Joy?
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess my target is that 4 hour D extension. So if it does break through those monthly levels, because I went ahead and took a little small off the 5 to see, because I have a trend line on, I'm running a trend on my daily, and it's just hitting this trend line and keep going up. So
yeah, I see that.
I think it's going to, it's an 80-20 on the daily. That's what I was looking at, and that's why I was tracking. So I was looking for price to go to 213350 and then come down.
So somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of really tricky right around there because
only because I was just, look, this one I'm like, am I just making stuff up? Because what I did in that range, I just took on the daily that small where that doji at to that next swing high, and I think that's where I had got that from, just to see what price was doing right there. And I was just playing a range on that on the lower time frame. But yeah.
I dig it.
We may get it to push back up, to the 28, 20, 70, 72 or whatever.
Yeah. We'll see.
I wanted to break 196915 before I get into 4 sale.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got to come below that daily support level for sure. Yeah, this will be interesting to see, right? We'll see if we continue to respect that trend line. Like George, it is bouncing off that trend line, just continue pushing along. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking for, right? Either break above and a retest to continue long, or a break below. Yeah.
Thank you. And the 15, we have it's pushing up to the 61A for the sell. So it's just a little tricky.
Yep. Because you're playing in this consolidation right here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anybody young enough remember the dance called the snake? That's what it's doing right now.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So pushing to the upside here now. Yeah, that's what I would want. If I was trading this, I'd be waiting to see if I get a break above, right? If it comes here and holds and gives a swing high, right? It may look short at a high price, but I wouldn't be playing this part in between here. Just personally, I wouldn't. But we shall see, right? Strong push to the upside right now. Hey, Jeremy, yeah, I did. We can bounce back to it real quick, though. That pound NZD. right? This is what I was looking for. See if we get a push down into this 118, 127 zone. We didn't quite get it. The price is turning over and pushing to the upside. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you see anything specific here that you want to take a look at?
No, I was just watching the idea you posted last night, and I was just waiting to see if I could get a cloud break or the price will drop deeper to the 127 zone. Yeah.
Let's see. What does the cloud look like?
Can you check that on like the 5 or the 15? Did they give a wave, ABCD wave on a lower time frame? Yeah, it looks like it.
Strong bullish push there too.
Yep, there it is.
Good call there. Yep. Push up, 618 retracement, push. Yeah. It did. So we'll see. D extension hit, and then see if we get a decent pullback. Yep, you can track the waves on that from there. Good call. What we did, broke the cloud, came back, retested the cloud, and then pushed, right? Bullish ahead. Lagging span still hasn't broken through the cloud yet, so we could see another pullback, right? In continuation. Nice work there.
Man, that was a nice wave.
It was. Should have dropped down sooner. Yep. Sorry. Carolyn, the dollar CAD, will bounce back to it, but that's it there, right? Looking bullish there, right? Trying to make its way. That's the setup, right? If we took it off the low, we're in profit a bit, right? And we'll see if we can get to that TP1 level for 159 pips.
That's slower than molasses this week that you can.
What you mean right now, money, Carolyn? On what pair? What are you talking about? You trading this one on the 5? Is that what you're looking at? Okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right, Benny, you got anything before we wrap it up, bro?
No, sir. Great session, man. Look forward to seeing everybody tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Appreciate you, man. All right, good people. Have an awesome day. All right. Continue to watch. Be patient. Make sure your rules get met. We'll see you tonight, 9 p.m. Peace.
Awesome.
Thank you.